Truth be told, back for
Yo,
round
we
two.
back. Round
Round
two,
two tonight.
We back. I
new
don't know what
segment.
happened.
Yeah, I messed around and hit the wrong button. That's what happened.
Yeah, it is what it is. We got two videos for the night. Yes.
Well, there you go.
Hey
So what
everybody,
was she
you in the
talk? What was she
comments.
talking? What was she talking about, Doug?
She was talking about shoot. Let me remember. But I don't even know actually what she was finna get on though, because I was listening to her. I'm like, damn. But she was stating a point though. Yeah. So
I hit the wrong button myself, and I didn't even know I was all the way out of
yeah,
because
you was all the way out.
I still seen y'all, and then I was like, "Dang, what happened? Did everybody freeze up?" And it was me the whole time, my phone.
Uh
Mm. But I'm good. I rebooted. Mm.
yeah, she must get busy or something. So I guess we go to another topic then. I guess since she didn't come in and finish her statement.
Okay. I don't know what topic y'all was on after all. When I was there, we was still talking about well, I don't know if y'all stayed on topic or did y'all switch.
It was kind of stay on topic, but also kind of switched and then started merging into other things.
Oh, okay.
She was uh voicing her opinion about something,
Oh, okay.
but it was crazy because she was into it too. And how I just ended.
Right.
Yeah.
I know that we were talking about before this, we were talking about how some celebrities are endorsed for the things that they have, and while we're looking up to them wanting what they got, or you know
Oh
what I
yeah, we was
mean.
past that. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, we was past that.
Oh, okay, okay.
But since she ain't came back yet, I guess we chime on something else. Was there another topic or anything,
How
Dre?
y'all feel about that storm?
I felt so sad for them. I wish I honestly could have sacrificed some time to go down there and help in
Yeah,
some kind of way.
yeah, that was kind of sad.
For real. It was sad. And then for it to
Mhm.
get to Georgia the way it did,
Well, y'all know about the one in Florida too, though, right?
yep.
I didn't even hear about the one in Georgia or Florida. I just knew about the when it hit the East Coast.
Mm-mm. It did. It hit the East Coast. It still went to Georgia too. They got flooded out.
I found it weird that the last hurricane only hit Florida. It didn't hit nowhere else.
Hmm.
I don't know, but a conspiracy theory. I was just thinking, it just popped up in my head. With all this war and stuff going on, I wonder could they be attacked? Because humanity can control the weather somehow. I don't know how they do it, but I heard
It's
things about
the heart, that HARP system.
yeah. So I
But they were
wondered if
saying though, another conspiracy theory was saying that uh, some people did it because the areas that was hit by the hurricanes would be voting for Donald Trump, and so they trying to disrupt the election.
What?
mm,
But you
that
know,
makes
I don't do too big on the conspiracy theories though.
Yeah. But
But
dang, that's messed up.
I do know they got that issue that they said can control the weather and cause earthquakes and tsunamis and shit.
Yeah.
But I don't know how true that is.
I believe the nuclear bombs or attacks or whatever can cause certain weather environments like tornadoes, earthquakes, and stuff like that. A lot of any big explosion can cause an earthquake or a
They
tremble in the
definitely,
ground.
they definitely said that underground nuclear tests cause earthquakes.
Wow. I ain't gonna lie, I kind of believe it.
It was just one done in Iran. They said Iran tested one underground,
Hmm.
but I don't know. We will find out together.
Yeah, of course.
I think it's so much going on with all the different things that's being made, from weapons to robots and all this stuff. It's like we don't know the real deal of what's going on. The news, the stuff the news is telling us, it ain't nothing compared to what's really going on. And the
And
people who know about it, like the army and the higher up, they can't really talk about it.
how about this? Even the stuff that's being talked about, some people ain't gonna never hear about it because they only worried about what's going on Instagram
Oh,
Yep,
sorry, lady. See, I just seen you.
It's
yep.
and
okay. Hey
different things
y'all.
like that. But
Hey,
So we back
what was
and
you
that
talking about
Do
before
you,
I
do
rudely
you
interrupted you?
yeah? Do
I'm
you
so
remember your statement? Because I couldn't remember what you was all going. I didn't know what you was about to go into. So
God. Oh, okay. I was just really I was feeding back off of what we originally started talking about when Tay had said something about the shoes, and I was just like, basically I will pay for nice shoes and a nice bag, but I only would do that because I know that it's valuable. Anything valuable and I feel like it's worth it, I will do it because I know it's gonna last a very long time. And saying all that to say, that's what a lot of us gotta realize, what are you investing in? Are you investing in something that's gonna be gone the next day? Are
yeah,
you investing in something that can last for years and that can actually bring more value to your life, like a business, for example? That is a very great investment. Investing in yourself is always better because it will always bring you a better outcome, and you would definitely have more income coming in. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people don't look at it like that. But you'll go out here and try to compete with the rich when the rich is rich for a reason. They're not going out here spending spending money on something that they know that's not
mm-hmm,
gonna make them more. I'm not saying it like they don't have the nice stuff, but they actually get into contracts with people where they may not even have to
yeah,
purchase the stuff that they wearing. Or, they got credit because they credit so good, they can go on the car lot and not have a down payment.
right, right.
They can
What's up,
go
Live
get a
Life
sales
from
hello,
loan.
Canada?
Canada. Hello,
You know,
Canada. How you doing?
hey, how you doing? But yeah, so a lot of us gotta realize, like, what are we actually putting our money towards? Like, what are we spending? Are these things valuable? Like fast food, that's something that you're gonna eat and it's gonna be gone. But you
Right.
will go get $100 plate,
Yep.
just
Yep.
to try to keep up with what somebody else is doing, but you don't even know how they got what they got. You don't know
Well,
if they purchased this.
let me ask you this. With all that being said,
Uh-huh.
do you feel like a Birkin bag or Versace bags are an investment when we stick with the word investment?
No, I don't. But what I'm saying is, if I know that I need a purse, and this is something that I would put that on a need for me because I'm a mom. Um, So I don't want to just have a wallet. I want to have something to put my wallet in, which I need a purse. Now I can go to City Trends, Rainbow, Ross, or somewhere where Ross actually has name brand purses. So I don't want to throw them out there as an underdog. But I'm just saying I could go to a cheaper place and get a purse, but how long is it gonna last? You know what I'm saying? How long is it gonna last before I have to buy another one? Versus me going and get this $100 purse or whatever, and it lasts me some years. You
Right.
know, I remember the Dooney and Birds. You know, my mom had one of those that I'm telling you, like they last a very long time. Like, and most name brand bags do last a very, very long time. So that's why I know that I purchase them. Now I know there's people out here who purchase them for the looks, for the, you know, for the clout, you know, to try to fit in, you know, for the trend or whatever.
Yeah.
But, you know, but me, when I buy something, I'm buying it for the value. What is it gonna, if it's gonna add value to me in my life, you know? So me buying this one purse or two, whatever, I know that I can have this for a very long time. I'm not buying it again for another couple years. You see what I'm saying? Or
Right.
even my shoes. You know, I
Yeah.
got shoes in my closet right now that I still can pull out and wear that I had from 5 years ago. You know, but that's because I know how to take care of my stuff. And when you spend more on things, you also, it don't also just add value to you, but you actually value it more. You take
Yep.
care of it more, you
Yeah.
know, because you know that this is something that is not only gonna be there for a long time, but it's gonna be something that's gonna add value to you. So you want to keep, you know, you want to take care of it.
Yeah.
And you know, and that's kind of what I'm trying to say. Like, it's not about what you do, but it's how you do it. You know, it's not about what you're spending things on, it's how you're spending it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not judging nobody for what they do and what they buy, because it's your money. But when you know that you are in, I'm not going to say, I mean, in my eyes, it's either you rich or you poor. So if you know that you're not rich and where you want to be, what are you putting your money into? Like, what,
Right.
do you have a savings account, or have you ever tried to save? You know, are
Right.
you somebody who complain, but you sit and spend money on your habits every day?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? You can sit and spend $100, but then if somebody say, "Hey, well, can you invest this $100?" I do credit, so I talk to people all the time and ask them. You know, this is how I get my clients. What are you willing to invest? Are you willing to invest $60 to $80 into your life, your credit? But
Exactly.
you're spending $60 or $80 on your habit every
Right.
every other day.
Exactly.
Every
And that
day.
go back
You
to
know what
what
I'm
we
saying?
was talking about
But
before.
this credit will add value to your life to where you can go get a freaking car and not even have a down payment. You know, those student loans that you want removed, you can get them removed, but you're not willing to invest this money. You
Right.
know,
And that
so
go back to what we were talking about before. The rich and the wealthy knows this, but
right,
people like us wasn't taught this in school. All right.
Right.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
hmm
Right.
And a lot of people don't understand about investing. They think like, oh, I ain't trying to deal with that. That's too hard. But you can't have that mentality if you're trying to grow and trying to get somewhere in life. But a lot of people just like to be stuck where they at. That's
Yeah.
another reason why they give us the welfare and all that other bull free shit and stuff. People are stuck. They like free stuff. I don't know what it is. They don't like getting out
Yep.
their ass or whatever, doing stuff for themselves.
They want everything easy. Michael, these is, they call us the microwavable people. You know what I'm saying? You want
Yep.
everything quick and fast. Just put it in the microwave and it's done in 5 minutes.
Yep.
You
The
know,
The microwave.
microwave generation.
yeah. No,
I
for
ain't
real.
heard
Like,
that
y'all
before.
laughing, but that's really how they look at it.
Yeah, I
Like,
understand, but I haven't heard that term before. The microwave people.
yes, I'm telling you. You got to get around the people that's talking about it, because it
But it's
is
crazy.
happening.
What's really funny about that is, the way we grew up, whatever, from different like hoods and stuff or whatever. We grew up microwaving shit. That's what we
Yep.
knew. The microwave people. That's
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah. And now it's the air fryer. You know what I'm
The
saying?
air, exactly. It ain't nothing but the
That's
new,
true.
ain't nothing but the new microwave.
It's true.
It's better than the microwave, but it's the new microwave.
Yep. It's just the upgraded microwave. That's it.
That's it.
Talking about an air fry. How are you gonna air fry something? Just please tell me that.
Yeah,
Because I thought air
it's
was
still cooking
out
with
of
heat.
moisture. Moisture
Yeah,
is out of what? Water. So how are you air frying anything that don't have no oil? I'm confused. But
exactly.
okay.
And then they say you're still supposed to put like a little oil
Yeah,
inside the
exactly. That's how they get you. See what I'm saying? That's how they get you. Because you can't air fry nothing. You still girl, listen. But you know, that's how we like it. We like it quick, fast, and easy instead of actually sitting. And then like another thing, the reason why some of our people was uneducated because a lot of us, I think we talked about this before, like not reading. Yeah, we did. You and
Yeah.
I spoke
Yeah.
on that.
Yeah, yeah. Because
A lot
remember,
of
I
people
said if they want to hide something from our people, put it in a book. Because a
come
lot of
on
our people don't like to read
now.
or
Don't
don't
like
want to read.
nope.
Yep. That's it.
Mm-hmm. For
I'm
sure.
sure. I'm sure enough. One of the people who didn't know how to save, who didn't know how to invest and put money into the right things. And so I messed up money early. I've
Right.
had plenty of opportunities to invest some serious money. And you know what? I'm not going to lie. I didn't grow up with a lot. So, when I got the money,
Us
I
didn't.
spent it. I
Yeah.
spent it,
Right.
But you
even
know
trying
what,
to.
though? The
Mhm.
opportunities always come back, though. No matter how old we get, we still can turn things around.
Yeah,
Right.
that's true. And
Yeah.
now
'Cause
it's
I
time.
wish
Now
I
that we
knew.
know, it's time to do better.
Yeah, I wish I knew what I knew in my 20s. But think about it though. If you knew the stuff that you know now back then, would it help though? It's a reason
'Cause-
why we know the things
right,
that we know now.
true. Because we
Because
probably didn't have the maturity to do
we
it.
knew it back then, we were like, oh, that's some bull shit. I ain't trying to
Yep,
do that. But
yep.
now we see like, okay, it's a brighter light on the other side.
Yeah.
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 Just like going to Diddy parties, like it was fun as hell. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, so you have fun? You have fun at Diddy parties?
And then afterwards, after you find out, damn, it might have had cameras when we was in them back rooms. I mean, a lot of people went to Diddy parties though. I mean, that don't mean they was freaking off. You know what I
Right,
mean? Like
right.
he had the secret parties.
But you know, the secret parties happen like the next day or early in the morning, though. They said
Or
they're
it could
always
have
after party.
or it could have been secret rooms in the back of a mansion though. If you go back into this room back here, this is where it's going down.
So Tiana,
You
which
know what I
room did
mean?
you go
What?
to?
No, baby, I was not in attendance. Okay.
I would have went to a Diddy party. I'm just saying, like, because they were the biggest things in Hollywood. The question is, are you in the freak off or not? The Diddy party
No.
is
Yeah,
not the
the
problem.
party, yeah, wasn't a problem. It was the after hours, the
It
freak
was
out
the
party.
It's a
the
freak
freak
hour.
out.
Yeah, because it was a whole lot of a few celebrities that was saying, I mean, yeah, we went to Diddy parties, but we ain't do none of that. Like, we
Some
ain't
people
know
said
none of
they
that was
never
going
even
on.
seen none of that.
Yeah,
Right,
but
right.
Columbus Short said Denzel Washington told him don't stay past 10 or something, or stay past 8 because that's when the devil come out.
Well, it's always a golden ticket. So you probably had to get a special invite to even see that part of everything. They probably had,
Yep,
you know what I'm
Probably,
saying?
yep.
Like it
true.
probably was a certain time that certain people leave, and once them certain people leave, there's a group of other people that
Yeah,
especially get invited to that, that next little event.
yeah, yeah.
Like it was another event after the event.
And I think most people who talking shit would have went to the freak off.
So,
Like
Lady T,
if you
which
would have
event did you
saw
go to?
If you would have
I'm gonna be
saw your
honest about
favorite
this.
crush,
I'm gonna
if
be real 100% honest. I would not. And only reason why I say that is because even still today, when I go out with my friends and family, I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna just give you an
if your
example.
celebrity crush was
I am
there and
the
he was
auntie
like,
of
"Come
the
on back, come on to the
that's what
party,
you
you my
call me.
special guest."
I'm the
You
auntie
going?
of the group.
If
So I'm
Tyrese
the
was like,
person.
"Come on, you going?"
I
It,
know
You in
because
there?
I'm the person that's watching out for
You beast
everybody
fucked
so
them.
if
they
Trey
just watch.
Songz grabbed your hand and was like, "Come
No,
on, let's."
it's
No,
Tyrese. It's
I am too
Tyrese.
conscious. I'm too conscious. I don't give a fuck who it is. If everybody that's with me ain't going, I ain't going.
Well, what if you was
He took all
invited?
y'all back.
What if you was only invited by Tyrese?
No, I can't do that.
He's everybody that you was with.
Mm-mm.
You know what's gonna happen? The next day, Diddy gonna be like, "You beach fucked them. You beach fucked them."
Mm-mm.
He gonna ask you
I
how
don't
was that
know.
drink.
I'm just too conscious of my surroundings. Like I'm like that very I've been like that since I was young. So like I was saying, like when I was younger and I went to parties and stuff, I would be the one in the back of the crowd watching out for my family and friends because they're the ones out here getting sloppy drunk and I'm alert as hell.
Yep.
Like, I'm holding keys and purses and
Yep.
all type of
Yep.
shit. So I can't really even do none of that because no. And then I gotta make sure that Kiki over here ain't gonna get ducked off into the room because she the one
Yep.
that might be, so I'm just too I don't know. Like I'm the auntie of the group. So auntie ain't going.
I know
And
that's
and a
right.
guy just told me this a couple of weeks ago. Like
Hmm.
I was with some of my friends and he was like, that's auntie right there. And everybody was like, one of the girls was like, I'm older than her. He said, nah, it's not about her age. She don't look old at all. He said, it's her demeanor. I said, yes, it is. I said, because I'm the one watching everything, ain't I? He said, hell yeah, you own it. Of course. Because I have to be. Like
Yep.
somebody gotta be the one on it. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
right.
Somebody got to be. Now, with my cousins went, hell yeah, but I would have had to been the one to talk her out of it. Like, no, bitch, we're not doing that because we don't know what's behind them doors. We don't know once you get back there what they gonna make you do. No, I don't give a damn about no special invite. No, I don't care about how much money you talking about. Me and my whoever rode with me, y'all. When I leave, y'all leave. Period.
That's it.
So, I don't play like that. But I mean, to each his own. Like, I'm just not that type of lady. I like what I like, and I don't like stuff like
I just
that.
think the conversation changes when there's celebrities involved.
No, it does not.
Yeah,
Because
it do.
I love Lil Wayne. Well, I
If you
used to.
hanging out with dope niggas that are local to the city, that's a whole different story than
Moneybag ain't going to be there.
TG
I like
to,
Moneybag.
to TGT.
I like Moneybag.
Tyrese taking Genuine saying, "Hey,
No, you
why don't
didn't.
you
I
come
know
on
you
back
didn't go
here
there with
and
all of
hang
them.
out with us?"
All three of them niggas. All three of them.
Okay.
Uh-uh.
Just meet me at 11:30.
Let me stop getting ready, so
TGT. They done
celebration.
told your ass like, "Hey, we at the Diddy party. We want you to pull up."
No, we can't do
Uh-uh.
that. No. Now, if
What's
they got
a
backstage
TBT
pass,
song?
I do the backstage pass, but I ain't going to no room or no house.
Honey,
Like
ain't
right
Hey,
now,
nobody
hey,
y'all,
hey,
even
hey,
everybody's
going.
you
saying
you
no
come for
right
the
now because
backstage.
we know everybody is seeing that the Diddy shit is the big. But before it blew up like this, motherfuckers would have pulled up.
Why you think, right?
Listen,
Because you would have been there.
Of course, I would have been there.
You would have been in the room.
I'm saying I would have been at the Diddy party.
Ah, okay. I thought so. So don't sit there and
I
say,
don't even, that's not even my kind of invite.
But
like, I'm
It,
trying to
I,
figure
but
out what was the parties about before the
but
freak off.
but
right.
if you want to be real, and I knew it wasn't no funny stuff going down, and they were just like, "Hey, you
Try to
just got to marathon fuck these motherfuckers." Like, hey, you got to put in 2-3 hours, big dog. Get an IV in the morning. to rehydrate yourself. I'd have been in there clapping cheeks like a motherfucker.
Said I beast fucked her.
Clapping the cheeks. And
Oh my goodness,
in
really?
the morning, they'd have been like, damn, Dre, you was in there fucking the dog shit out of them.
Oh my goodness.
Hell yeah. But as long as there wasn't no funny stuff going on, because I mean, I don't think like the freak offs you had to mess with dudes. Like they might have had some of them things going down.
Uh-huh.
But I do think that some guys were just scared of Diddy. And not scared like afraid, but like y'all see that video when he was telling Fabulous, come on, daddy, when you gonna party? You gonna party with me for your birthday?
We partied
He
that.
What?
said,
He said,
we
"Nah, but you ain't really partying with me."
I've been partying with you, man. We partied for my birthday before. He said, no,
He
man,
said,
like
"Nah,
really
you
party
ain't
with me.
really partying with me."
He was looking like he was scared, man. Like, or they were not scared, but like, come on, man, stop
He
this
looked,
shit.
he
Wow.
looked like, dude, he partying with you. Come on, homie.
But
That
Diddy
video
was
looked
adamant.
funny.
He's like, I like it like when you scraping and
Scratching and
scrambling
scraping.
and scraping, daddy. I like it when you do
Yeah, I
that.
like when you do that, Daddy. When he on the Charlemagne show when he did that?
Mm-mm.
It was somebody's show.
Drink champs.
Drink Champs.
But
What you say, Doug?
I ain't gonna lie though. A
No, we're
long
talking
time
about Diddy.
ago, I had a dream. I used to have dreams, no homo and no Diddy, okay? But I used to have dreams about different like celebrities. Like I still dream sometimes about like dealing with Jay-Z and he like, Dre, you gotta go with Kanye, man. He gonna be the one to sign you or different shit like that. I had dreams like back in the day, Diddy told me, nah, bro, I can't sign you. Nigga, you can't rap and different things like that. And then one time I think Diddy grabbed me on the butt in a dream. And just thinking about how all this is playing out now, I like, damn, I wonder how true that motherfucking dream was coming to looking at, you know, how the future things are going right now. Like, damn, maybe that was a premonition on what would have happened. You know what I'm saying? Like, I I be thinking about how we stay on this financing thing. We think just because somebody have a hot song out, we thought everybody just because they was famous, they was rich too, and that just isn't true.
Nah,
That just
'cause
isn't
a
true.
lot of famous people ain't got money. A
Ain't
lot
got
of famous
nothing.
people got a lot of famous people got tricked out of their skills.
Fantasia told this lady on the radio station, like, she told her, like, you rich girl. She said, you don't know that. You can't say that. It's a lot of people out of a lot of us out here just because we famous, we struggling too.
Mm-hmm.
I remember I looked up what's his name? Yeah, you know that nigga? Trick
Trick
Daddy.
Daddy.
I looked up his net worth because I think Trina and him got into it and they was talking stuff. And I looked up his net worth. That means like the houses he owned and everything like that. And his net worth was less than my net worth on what my uh, equity in my house is worth. So it made me just start feeling a certain kind of way. Like you can be rich and famous one day if you don't have the right people around you telling you how to invest the money.
That's true.
Exactly.
And some people are afraid to invest because they don't want to lose nothing. Word to
Mm-hmm.
Tayana.
Yeah.
You funny.
Some people don't want to invest because they afraid what if it don't work? And that's true. But
Yeah.
it's gotta be a smart investment though. I remember people argue this with me, and we might have talked about this before, but
Air money don't make no money though.
they said, hey,
It
uh,
don't.
I said, I wonder what the people in the 90 juice people doing right now. The people who was trying to get people to invest in that. Oh, you can't say that because there are some people I know who made a lot of money. Well, do they got the money right now? Because I don't want to hear none of that kind of shit.
But
Right.
you know,
I
those pyramid scams though. Those are pyramid scams. The people at the top got the money. The people that was out there talking about, hey, why don't you come on and invest in this? Look forward to this. You join my team. And them the motherfuckers that got money off of that.
right.
Yeah, the regional people, the
Yeah.
people who was on top of the city, the people who was the national leaders, but like the average motherfucker who you went to high school with, them niggas just had a cabinet full of 90 juice, and they end up drinking that shit. I remember somebody I know was
Gross to
selling
that.
it, and he was trying to get me to buy some.
It was
He ain't
gross.
never, he never tried to get to, he never tried to recruit me. Like some people probably already knew that I wasn't gonna be able to be recruited and shit because I had already went through some shit like that. But I was like, well, nigga, let me taste the juice then. And you got them. They here. You ain't busting none open yet. Do you know what it tastes like? Like, let me taste it. If I like it, I'm gonna buy some. I'm not gonna buy some shit that I don't like. If I go to the grocery store, maybe a gas station, I'd be like, they got the y'all know them like firework popsicles, what they call? They got the red, white, and
They're like a rocket.
blue.
Oh
Yeah, the
yeah,
rocket.
Yeah.
yeah,
They
yeah,
The
got the
bomb pops.
Fago.
The bomb pop.
yeah.
Yeah, they
That's
got
what
the
it is.
Fagos like that now. Now, I saw
Yeah.
that and I instantly wanted to see what it tasted like. Like, I wasn't like, I need to taste it before I buy it. Like, I was intrigued. But 90 juice, I'm like, I don't know what the fuck this shit tastes like. Is
90
it
juice.
pineapple, mango type? Like,
It
what
sounds
is it?
kind of freaky.
What is 90
90
juice?
juice.
I never heard of that.
It sounds freaky. You
90 juice is
know,
supposed to be a fruit that comes from Africa that I believe. This is me going off my memory, and anybody in the chat or watching and want to correct me, you can put that here down into the chat. But I think it's some from a fruit, the nani fruit or something that comes from Africa, and they said it was supposed to heal everything,
oh wow.
Wow.
something like that.
Do you
Like,
remember the Prime America one? That was
yeah,
a
bro,
that was a big one. They were trying to get people to sign up for Prime America. That was like a pyramid
it's
type
called
thing.
Primerica though.
Prime America. Okay. I thought it was
But
Prime
I
America.
know a few people who swear by it right now and been in it for years.
Hmm.
And somebody I know was just trying to get me in it that you know.
Yeah.
The but
Yes.
I'm like,
I get
yeah.
in probably about 15 years ago. I was like, nah, I'm good.
I just can't do anything like that anymore because when I was 18, I got into something called global prosperity. And it was a cool plan. Everything would have worked out swell if everybody did what they were supposed to do. But I end up with some shit on my credit and I had paid that shit off, man, because it was
Wow.
crucial, man. It was all bad. It was only like 600, but at 18, nigga, without a job, or I think I had just started working at Burger King or something like that. I don't know what it was, but I vowed from that day. I don't care. My grandmother and them was in this thing called ACN. It was about internet and telephone service, and they all got into that because they got pumped up by the people at the rally, and that didn't go nowhere. But I will say though, ACN I think is still around. Primerica is still around. I don't think Primerica is a scam. I do think that you get out what you put in. You see what I'm saying? You can't if let's say I paid $200 to get into this system. But if I am not putting in, and a lot of times the higher ups are kind of banking on you just to pay your money. And even if you don't do nothing, they still get paid. You see what I'm saying? Uh, but you get out what you put in. So let's say I did want to sign up for Primerica or anything else, even as a real estate agent, I can get my license. But clients are not just going to come knocking at my door. You see what I'm saying? So even if you had to get a white page phone book and call everybody in there and ask them, hey, do you want insurance? Hey, do you need credit repair? Hey, do you want to sell your house? Like, you got to bust down the doors. Like, you really got to put in the effort in anything. Just like with the podcast right here. I don't think we kicked in enough doors yet.
Definitely
You know what
not.
I'm saying? But with anything, you're gonna get out what you put in. Because if your goal is to recruit people, that means you need to be talking to a lot of people, because just it's people who will get excited about it just like you got excited about it. Or if it's about, hey, I got a service I'm trying to offer, your best thing is to talk to a lot of people. From what I've been learning is, like I was trying to tell Brother Carlton, Tay brother, if
Y'all
Yeah,
wrong.
if if you really want to sell your supplements and all that kind of stuff, first you got to become somebody that people trust. You need to start doing content about health. You know what I mean? People need to start seeing you out here. Like, people are making a lot of money on affiliate links and all of that. And then where I messed up at with the affiliate links is I didn't understand at that particular time when I was doing it, was that if don't nobody know you and trust you, they're not going to be trying to click on any link, no matter what it is. You know what I mean? No matter what you're selling. So what you got to do is start making content, get some fans. When you develop a fan base, they'll buy anything that you sell. But if you only relying on, okay, I got like 16 people in my family, and then maybe if they got 2 people, then I can probably get them. Like, that's in today's world, that it doesn't work like that. You gotta become an influencer. You gotta become somebody people trust. And then that's when the big bucks start rolling in.
That's
You know what I'm saying?
when the big bucks start coming
That's
in.
when the big bucks start rolling in. And but you got to, for the very first thing that you should do is research how to become an influencer. Research, how do I make this happen? Like, that's how I feel about it. Like, I got 2 books out here right now on Amazon.com, but don't nobody know who I am. I was originally hoping that people would be just searching for these type of books, and then it'll show up in the search. And maybe I can be bringing in $7,000 a month. Don't nobody know who I am. And plus, the book is so niche. They both are real estate books that, like, this next book that I just put together, though, I haven't dropped it yet. But when I drop this one, I think it's gonna have a different outcome, because it's not about real estate. Uh, I ain't gonna say what the title is and what it's about right now, but it's more of a motivational book that more people can relate to than a small niche of real estate people, real estate agents who need encouragement. But yeah, I'm gonna land the plane right here though. I just feel like if you want to make the big bucks, you got to get your name out there. People got to know who you are. They got to trust you. That's where self branding becomes very important. That's why I was telling Carlton. I said, bro, right now you are creating who you are on the social media thing. So you can't come in acting like Uncle Ruckus and do it. It's good for comedy relief. You know what I'm saying? It's cool. But is that what you want to be known for at the end of the day, when then on the other term you want your security business, or you want to do this kind of stuff, and people look you up and they find this kind of stuff, like, They're gonna judge you by it, like you are a brand.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree 100%.
Exactly.
You were just saying, um, I don't really know too much about the Prime America thing. I don't know what they offer, but when you said research, that definitely stuck with me on all ends because even before you get into something that you're investing in, you should do your research on that. Like, don't just invest off of what someone told you or how exciting it sounds, but do your own research first, then figure out if this is something that you would want to get in to help or to do or whatever it is that you're doing. And also another thing you said made a lot of sense, how much you're branding and how much energy you're putting into it, because you have to definitely apply the pressure, because pressure busts pipes. So if you applying the
Mm.
pressure, then you're gonna get the results, because this is something that you want. I always say, you should always go for whatever it is you want and don't stop until you get it. But if you not that type of person and you don't think like that and you always willing to give up, then you will never get to where you want to be. You have to continue to strive and also believe in yourself. Like, if there's something that you selling or something that you got or anything, like Dre said, in order to get anybody to believe in you, you have to believe in yourself first. You have to actually brand yourself first and know that, hey, I got this much confidence that I know once I do it and once I show that I'm doing it and it works for me, then I'm going to, people are going to want to come and see what it is. So for example, if you got weight loss products, you should be using those weight loss products. You should be losing weight. You should be talking about health. You should be showing when you go to the gym, whatever. If you do credit, you should be showing your credit score, showing where you started and where you at right now. Having people do testimonies for you, even if you don't have that yet. You are the testimony within yourself, because you have to brand yourself to become the brand, to become who you want to be. And then everything else would fall in place. That's kind of where a lot of people fall short at, because a lot of this is about you. You have to work on yourself. You have to figure out what you're doing first. A lot of people, I even talk to my kids about this, because we've always been so used to, pointing a finger at somebody else. It's always them. But what about you? What are you doing? What are you doing to brand yourself? What are you doing to get the results that you want? Not, oh, well, ain't nobody buying it, or I can't get, or, oh, these people ain't going. No, you got to find who is looking for you, because there's something that you have that somebody wants, but you just may have not said the right thing. You might not have went in the right places. You might not have got on the right social media. You might not have got in the right room. But I do believe that if you start with, actually researching, looking things up, then you figure yourself out. Find out what it is you need to work on yourself to be able to realize, hey, this is what I need to do to get right here. And once you reach that goal, don't stop there. Make another goal. Continue to make goals, because I believe that there is never a stopping point. Like, I mean, some people think it is, but I believe it's not. When you reach one goal, you should definitely make another one. You should never be comfortable. That was something somebody told me, and that just stuck with me. Like, why would you ever want to be content and comfortable? Why? Like, I always want to be better than yesterday. I want to be better than I was last year. I don't want to get to a point and be like, oh, well, I'm good now. You may be good, but you don't want to be great. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
yeah.
If you get comfortable, you can never grow. You can't just stay in one spot. You gotta move up. You gotta
And
be
I
on the
think
ride.
that's another reason why we go through so many hardships in life sometimes, Like you got to go through that. Like going back to what you were saying earlier about wish we would have known some things back then. Like if you would have known it, you would have avoided it. You know what I'm saying? Like I swear I feel like that's what for me. Deja vu for me is not like it is, I feel like, for everybody else. Deja vu for me is me seeing something in a dream and then I'll be like, dang, I remember this dream I had. And I try to figure out what's happening next. But I also feel like if I did know what was actually going to happen next, if it was something bad, I would do my best to avoid it. Like I would try to, okay, that was a bad bitch and she was a bad choice. So how about I avoid that? And then if you can avoid it, then your life would be on a whole different path that it was never intended to be on.
Yeah.
Sometimes when our heart get broke, it's supposed to have got broke. We don't see it like that. I mean, because it ain't really what's going on. It's our life, it's our experience, but it's not our plan. You know what I'm saying? They say you want to make the most high laugh, tell them what your plans are in life.
Yeah. Yep.
So I think that we got to go through certain things though. Sometimes we can avoid certain. I just don't. We have choice, but it's just something in me just says that even within our choices, it's already destined to happen the way that it is supposed to happen. But you still should strive to be your best. And I was watching something and it was like all you can do is your best, right? But
Right.
you can lie to everybody else, but you know in your heart whether or not you done tried your best or not.
Mm-hmm.
You know if you tried your best. You know if you was like, well, I'm gonna go ahead and watch TV for these last 2 hours of the night. When that you can be using any time that you finding the distractions to do something that's not bringing you towards whatever action that you're trying to get. Like you know that you're not doing your best because when you're not doing your best, you're not the one that's waking up early in the morning. There's always somebody else that's going that extra step more than you are. And they're going to be the ones that have the success story that you wish that you were having, but you're not giving your best. And they said most people never gave their best at anything. They
Mm.
always start out with something and then they move on to something else,
Yeah.
and they find themselves unsuccessful. So I try to listen to things like that in order to encourage my own self to break away from my own habits of self sabotage, and I'm gonna say it like that, self sabotage, because we was all raised up a certain kind of way, like those people around us, like not to be shitting on anybody, but like if we wasn't raised up around entrepreneurs and things like that, then we have to be like until we learn something different. We end up like the people who came before us. Um, but the beauty of living in 2024 is if your mind is open enough, you can learn how to do anything without going to a college. You can hop on, you can go to college from the crib if you want to. You can take classes and courses from the crib. You want to become a billing and coding person? Okay, learn it from the crib. You want to be, you know how I got my real estate agent license, my real estate license? I never went to anybody's classroom. I did it at the crib. And you know how, like, I bullshitted at first. I had probably like 2 months before my course expired, maybe 3. And you know what I did? I cut that TV off. When I got off of work at 6 o'clock, I didn't come home and cut the TV on. I hopped on that course. You know what I'm saying? I was like, this is what I want to do. Um, But then you can find yourself like now, even after the licensing. Uh, am I giving it my 100% best? And I'll be real and say no, because I know that if I gave it my 100% best, we probably wouldn't even be on this podcast right now because I was saying I might be asleep, getting ready to get up and attack this shit in the morning. Or it might not even have been a thought to have this podcast. That's why it goes back to certain things happen for a reason. Because if I was already somewhere, none of us would even know each other. I mean, some of us would know each other, but like collectively, we wouldn't know each other. Um, but it's about doing your best. You know what I mean? And if your best ain't working, then it's time to go back to the drawing board and figure out, okay, so we've been doing these kind of videos. What's next? What do we try next? We'll figure it out though, as long as we don't give up. As long as you don't give up, just like
Yeah.
when you invest in stocks or cryptocurrency, you don't lose until you cash it out. I could
Mm-hmm.
put $200 into some stock or some cryptocurrency, and it can go all the way down to $50. Shiba Inu. But as long as I don't cash it out, I haven't lost anything because right now it's back on the rise again. Like it's just up to us though to give your best. It's your choice. It's our choice. If I would have gotten Prime America today, tomorrow, or whatever, and I really put my mind to it, I believe I could be a big joint in there. But I never wanted to be down with that. Uh, but you can get your license to sell securities. You get your license to sell insurance. And guess what you can do if you don't like Prime America? You can move on to another insurance company and you still have a license to sell and get commission. So that's why I say it's not a scam because you get an actual license to do that. My friend recently moved to another company. She sent me her information and all of that. And eventually I'm going to purchase some life insurance because outside of my job, I don't have my own personal life insurance policy. I had one I had from being a little kid, but to my understanding, it was cashed out without my um you know what I'm saying, without my input on the situation. So
Mm-hmm.
it's cool though. But you gotta just put forth whatever it is. If it's gonna be something you want to make money on, just like just think about DoorDash drivers or Uber drivers. You know, there's some people who sit out there dinner 18 hours a day
Mm-hmm.
and get as much money as they can.
Mm-hmm. If you do, you will though.
Yeah, they make money.
Yeah.
It wasn't for me. Like I tried that sit at the airport shit one time. And I was like, man, while I'm sitting up here waiting on motherfuckers to come out this airport, I could be over here driving like a motherfucker, picking motherfuckers up and making money right now. Shit, I
Yeah.
could pick somebody up from the airport and they going down the street. So I just wait this 30 minutes sitting up here in this goddamn lot for nothing. But you could pick them up and they might be going to South Bend or they might be going, you know what I mean? So you never know. To
Yeah.
Gary, Indiana. They probably come in Chicago if they was going to Gary. But I'm just saying, like, you just never know. I just feel like you got to put 100% of yourself into all of this shit, no matter what it is. If you're going to suck a dick and eat some pussy, Yeah, you gotta put 100%.
Yeah, put your all into it.
You can do it, put your back into it. Ain't that what they said?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that was Lil Kim. Lil
I don't even
Kim.
remember who that was.
Lil Kim and 50 Cent. No,
Yep.
Lil Kim and Ice Cube.
Yep. It was Ice Cube. Sure
Yeah,
was.
Lil Kim, Ice Cube.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Mhm.
Ice Cube song though.
You can do it. Put your back into it.
I could do it. Put your ass into it.
Okay.
Put your
Yeah.
back into it. Put your ass into it. Don't stop. Get it. Get it. I will. Don't stop, nigga. Gonna do it. Gonna do it. Gonna do it. Do it. Do it. Man, that song was cool though. It was on. I think next Friday. Yeah, I think it was on next Friday's. What's it called? Soundtrack.
So let me ask y'all this question about Diddy real quick. Do y'all think Diddy diddled 12,000 people? Or do y'all think it's a money grab?
To be honest with you,
You said
12,000 people. That's a lot of people. 12,000 people. I don't know. What you think, Lady C?
I was trying to. I didn't hear what he asked. I'm sorry. What was the question?
So let me
He
put
asked,
it in context. So the lawyers, a law office, put a hotline out all across social media. If you have been SA'd or any of that kind of stuff by Diddy, call this number because you may be in, like the mesothelioma commercials. You
yeah.
may be entitled to compensation. So they put that out, and that same day they got 12,000 people to hit that
What?
hotline.
Oh hell no! I don't believe that. 12,000 people. Like,
That's
come
what I'm
on.
saying. 12,000 people. That's a lot of people.
And out of those 12,000, they said we got 120 people so far that they believe are
Or victims.
true true victims that
Oh
they
my
taking
god.
their cases forward.
Oh my goodness. Are you
Wow.
120 out of 12,000 people?
They did
Well,
the same thing with Bill Cosby
I
though.
think the 12,000 is just coming from randomly people that's
Yes.
trying to push to see if anything, if they can get through. I don't believe it's that many at all. And even with the amount, the 120, I would say probably maybe what, 5 or 6 out of that might be true. But I think at this point they taking advantage.
I
They,
think I
Yeah.
think they I think they're trying to get Diddy head. That's what I think.
I mean, yeah, that too, but they, come on, that many people, like, come on, that's insane.
Like
It
I
is.
said in another video, I think he upset the higher ups, and I think they're trying to punish him.
Or
I, yeah,
he got a video with Kamala Harris and he won't turn it over. So they was like, okay, my nigga, we got something for you.
Yeah, I heard she attended the party. I heard that's what I heard. I don't know,
Allegedly.
allegedly, but word of mouth. Everybody else got something to say, so it is what it is.
Tayana must be over there sleeping a motherfucker.
she gotta be. She ain't replied or said nothing.
She ain't. So that's why she muted her mic because she knows she's snoring.
She always over there knocked out. We're gonna dock her pay. I'm docking your pay.
I'm docking
We
your pay. Five
we
dollar
did
fine.
we
Five
did start
dollar
kind of
fine.
late tonight, y'all.
Yeah, we did.
I
But
Yeah,
even if
don't
we
even.
start earlier, she still go to sleep. If we start at 8.
Say,
mhm.
come on, Luther. You know that ain't right.
$5 fine.
Yeah, she's sleeping good because she would have been responded to y'all.
Hmm.
Well, I'm doing good, and I don't even drink caffeine.
Let me see if anybody want to hop up real quick.
We got some people on watching.
Let me
Yeah.
throw it in the hold on.
Yeah,
We ain't you gotta when you come on, if you wanna come up, talk
this
about
that
Diddy or whatever, we gotta make sure you're a real person.
this that layup weather now, y'all.
Yeah, you got to
Mm.
turn your mic on. I'm gonna turn your camera on so we can see.
You wanna talk about Diddy? You wanna talk about layup weather? Do people really do people
Babe,
get
I
in
love you. You my everything.
do people get in relationships because it's wintertime?
I mean, hey, that's a good topic because I'm gonna actually speak on that and say, like, I really
Okay.
think that that is partially true.
Well,
Like,
we
I
said
think
that for next show.
I think it's a 50-50. Um, I think it's a 50-50. I think some people do get get with people for that. And then I think that some people it's just relationship people anyway. So it's like they need somebody through any weather. But it's like in the summer and the spring, it's more warm outside. So I think a lot
Mm-hmm.
of people have a lot more activities to do outside or, want to be more outside.
Well,
And
you
with
know,
My
that's why they call
everything
that the
in
hot girl summer.
yeah, then when it's cold, it's like, dang, I mean, it's nothing to do. So it's like it kind of draws people to want to be either A, in a relationship or B, in the house. And it's like, even when you're in the house, if you don't have something to occupy your time or your mind, you will find yourself wanting to be with somebody, you know.
Mm-hmm. And
And
Netflix and chill.
it's just naturally how it is as us as people. I mean, everybody wants somebody. I don't think it's necessarily just because of the weather, but that intensifies you to want to be because it's cold, like it's a lot of different reasons. But
That's crazy. I done heard of some people say they only get in a relationship for the winter time, and then when winter's done, they get out of a relationship.
yeah,
People actually do that. That's crazy.
yeah, that is crazy. I
They just
wouldn't.
want to be held in the wintertime, and in the summertime, they want to go outside with booty shorts on, or go outside with a shirt off or whatever, trying to flex muscles so the females can see it. And in the wintertime, like, oh, I don't want to be alone. So I'm just go ahead and girlfriend her up for these couple months.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
People is toxic.
but at the same time, um, I just feel like you should always follow your heart. If you're not in it for the right reasons, don't do that.
Well, here's the thing. I don't know if the wintertime relationships is following your heart. I think that's more like I don't need somebody. We about to be snuggled up and we're gonna be fucking throughout the wintertime.
Get past these 3 months.
Mm-mm.
3 to 4
Because
months. Get
then
past.
when the winter for the other people, when the wintertime is over, they claim I'm out here. I'm in these streets in the summertime. What is in the streets outside of sex with multiple people? Like you was having sex with one person because you was snuggled up throughout the wintertime. Now you in the streets. Doing what? You in here busting it open, slanging that thing until wintertime comes.
In the summertime, they be out there listening to Pretty Ricky talking about grind on me, relax your mind and take your time on me.
Nah, I
That's
think that's wintertime action right there, bro.
nah, that's summertime action. They
Nah.
grind on me
We're
music.
slow grinding, baby. That's like solo. Now, summertime action is we taking over for the 99 and the 2000s. Girl,
And
you're
I'm
working with some mad shit. You're
you
bad
man
shit.
said,
Making
you
niggas
niggas
spend.
doing the crabby and that.
That's
Y'all
the
silly.
summertime.
Girl,
Okay.
you look good once you back that ass up.
I don't know. I'm clingy, so I don't give a damn. Winter, spring, fall, snow, rain, sleet. If I my nigga, you my nigga. Then you feel
she
me?
said
I
she said 12
like
months.
not for real. Like I don't discriminate at all. Like I do not discriminate. Like if I'm in a relationship, I'm in a relationship the whole year, like couple years. How about that?
So
Like
basically, you're in a relationship for 9 to 5.
yes, but I do like my space. Like I know that's funny, but like I'm clingy, but I like my space. So
Mm.
basically, and I'm gonna explain that because I had to explain that to somebody before. Like I'm a clingy person, meaning I want to see you. I want to, when we together, I want, I want that attention, and I'm gonna give you that attention as well. But then I like my space, meaning like sometimes I may want to hang out with my ladies. We might have ladies' night.
The
Sometimes
hot
I might,
girls.
you know,
So basically,
sometimes
you like you like that song that Tupac had, "Run the Streets." It said,
no,
let the nigga go chill with the homies." You know what I'm
no,
saying?
no. What I'm saying is I believe in every relationship to have your space. Like if you are in each other's face 24/7, you're gonna get tired of each other. So
Yeah, you're gonna get tired of each other.
I like to do other stuff outside
I
of
don't know. I don't agree with that.
like I'm saying on a regular like so
Imagine people getting married and then saying, "Well, I don't want you in my face all the goddamn time. I
no,
need to go home."
not like
Yeah.
okay, so if y'all live together,
I
that's
think
different.
married couples is
Like
like that
it's a
too.
difference
Also, like
between
go to another
living
room.
with somebody, being in a relationship, and not living with them. But what I'm saying is
You
like
married the wrong
I
motherfucker if you feel
that
like
have
I
you
don't
have
want to
your
be
own
around my
time.
person. I
Like
think
as a wife, you still have to have your alone. Like if I was a wife, I want to be able to have some alone time. Meaning that mean I might want to listen to I might want to read a book. Um, I can't read a book with you. Like I need that alone time to read this book. I may want to go to the gym. Well, we actually can do that together, so I wouldn't say the gym. But I'm saying like you are supposed to have your own self mental time for yourself. I don't care if you married, if you're a parent, if whoever, whatever you got going on, you have to have some
how
time.
often are you supposed to be able to go to the bar or the spa or any of these kind of things without your mate? How often do you need your alone time?
I would say a long time would be probably like and you're not gonna do all of those in 1 week, but I would say at least once or twice out of a week you can have your spa day or your book club. Some people do have book clubs, or I mean like I would consider this podcast as my alone time. You know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that, like your activities that you like to do for yourself. So like some people like to work out by themselves, but you can also work out with your partner. So that's kind of like that would be something that you would have to decide on with them. But I would say like a spa day, yeah. Um, that would definitely be, a massage. That would be a couple things, so I wouldn't add that. But I'm just saying like there's things outside of relationships that you can do for yourself. Not saying it's going to be every day, no. Now if you feel like you need a long time every day, then that's different. Like I like to pray, so I may not want to pray right there where my man is at, because unless we're praying together. But if there's some things that I want to pray about and I don't want him right there, then that will be considered one of my alone times. Now
Mm.
that's a daily thing, because I mean, unless you the type of person like me, I can pray in the shower. You know what I'm saying? I
So
can
when
pray
you
while
pray,
I'm
do
in
you
the
pray
restroom.
out loud or you pray in your mind? Because
I
I
do
don't
both.
know.
I do both. I pray in my mind and I pray out loud. But if
So
I
you couldn't pray in your
my man,
mind next to your man?
yes, absolutely. But I'm just using that as an example. I'm not saying that, like
Ah,
things,
okay.
these are not things that I wouldn't necessarily do like in general, but I'm just saying I'm just using me as example because I know certain people that like to do things differently. Like some people don't like to pray in their head, they like to pray out loud. But me personally, I feel like you should be able to pray with your man. I mean, if he if he believe in God, and yeah, let's pray together, because when two or more is together, it's gonna actually manifest quicker. So yeah. But I mean, everybody got their own preference on things like that. But I'm just saying in general, I do believe for self mental health, you do need some me time, and that's for everybody. And I do believe that's how most marriages last longer, because they know how to get that. And no, it don't have to be a everyday thing, but I would say at least once or twice out of the week, go do something that you like to do for yourself. you know but marriage is different from just a regular relationship, you know what I'm saying?
It's way different.
Yeah, because I mean,
And
most
you see
of
a lot of people being just a regular relationship want to act like they married, but nah, you ain't married. You ain't
exactly.
even got there yet. So don't be trying to treat a boyfriend girlfriend relationship like a husband and wife relationship. It's two different things. People try to
Yeah,
act like that. Well, if you want me to be your husband or if you want me to be your wife, you need to treat me like that. Nah, you
I
ain't
heard
married yet. You need to act like a wife if you want to be married to me.
right.
Oh,
I have heard that before though. Like if you see yourself as a wife or see yourself married, then you should carry yourself like that, which is true.
You're supposed to
But
carry yourself like
don't
that.
but you don't want to actually give your all to the wrong person either. You have to level
Exactly.
things out, because there's people out here that you may give that out too soon, and then you realize later on like they didn't deserve it because they wasn't even that person. But it doesn't harm you. If anything, it just lets you know even more of what to look out for the next time, or the next
so
person, I should say.
let me ask this question. Do you think a person has to be raised to be a wife and or a husband? Or do you think you can just pick it up like let's get married and then I'll become one along the way?
I think I think you raised to be a husband or a wife because everything starts from childhood or when you're young or whatever. But if you don't have that learning experience of if you don't see like good marriage couples and everything, you're not in the mind state of being a good husband. You're not in the mindset of being a good wife. Whatever. If you're not raised in environments like that, so I believe that you're taught or you learn to be a good husband or a good wife.
So was you because you're the only person I know on the panel right now that's been married before. Do you think that you were raised to be a husband? Or do you think you had to figure it out along the way?
I think I was raised to be a husband, but
Why you say
everything you
that?
learn is, huh?
Why you say that though?
Because I done seen like my mom was married or whatever. I done seen my mom and my stepdad's relationship. So I believe that I was raised to see that and uh
I mean, you saw it, but was you taught to be a husband? Is what my question is. Not
uh
that you seen, I seen people married too growing up, but was you taught to be a husband?
I believe that I was taught to be a husband. I believe so. But my mind frame of being a husband, I figured that well, when I was married, I wanted to be a husband, and I was a husband until things went left. So after that, I can go back and forth. Like this may be wifey material. This may be somebody I want to marry. And again, I go back and think about more things, be like, this ain't the person I want to marry. So it's been a while since I've been divorced. So I can't really say. I say I want to look for it, but then again, I say I don't know because I haven't found the right one.
How will you know when you found the right one?
I don't know, to be honest with you, because
Well, how did you know you found the right one
when I found
when
my
you
wife, my ex-wife or whatever, I felt like deep in my soul, I felt like she was the one that I wanted to marry because everything felt great. Everything felt right at that time. So I felt like she was the person I want to marry, and I haven't felt that way since her. So
well, have you felt that way before her?
no,
Hmm, I got you. So what about you, Tay? I mean, Lady T. You feel like you was raised to be a wife, or it's something that you would have to figure out along the way?
Well, I do think I was raised to be one, but I also feel that there was also still things that I wasn't taught that I would have to learn along the way from experience. And the only reason why I say that is because we got to remember, back then how our moms and grandmothers and aunties and stuff was raised. It's no longer how people are living today in the world. So it's like I still go by the morals and values and the principles and things that I was taught by. But then I start to realize like this is not what some people is going by anymore. So it's like when you grow up, you kind of learn your own way because the way that auntie or mama or grandma may have taught you may not be the same way that it is today. But so I don't know if that's really answering your question or not, but
Well, you opened up a whole nother can of worms, though, and I would say that
I
because
always eat.
you said you was taught one way, and but then you said that's not how people are operating today. I'm gonna say that that is not totally true because then you did catch yourself and you was like, the majority of people are doing this. So
Right.
I don't think that. I think the question comes down to should you compromise your morals to fit in, or
With
should your filter be up that until somebody meets this standard, I'm not going to motherfucking waste my time.
well, basically that's why I'm not married. Because if I would have let my you know that wild down, or if I would have just not went by my standards and my morals and values, I probably would have been married. There's been at least two past relationships that has brought up marriage, but I knew that that wasn't for me like that. Mm-mm. So I know, like, I've been told by pretty much every man that I've been in a relationship with, I've been told that I'm marriage material. It's just that they know that they don't live up to my standards. And it's not that my standards, because we've talked about this before, and it's not that my standards are just so high that I'm just like, no. Like, I've definitely have like a opening where it's like, okay, we can work with that, but this we can't work with. You know what I'm saying? It's just certain things. It's certain things that I will be able to work with the man because I know that he can still be that man or that husband for me. But if you just have multiple things that I know that is not aligning with what I have been taught and what I believe in and what I go by and live by, then no, it's a no. It's a no
So
go.
let me ask you this: uh, does it matter? So the guys, first off, the guys who told you that you were marriage material, right? Were they husband material?
Mm.
No, I would say they had some characteristics and some, it was like everything wasn't aligning, but it was some things that was. And it was like it was a lot of like with one, it was a lot of things that actually was, but it was just they felt they wasn't ready, and I knew in my heart they wasn't ready, and I wasn't willing to wait. So that's kind of what that was. It's like you, yes. So one person was, yes. The other one, I would say he still needed to work on some things. But the other one, he was definitely marriage material. It was just he knew that he wasn't really ready. And when I say not ready, I mean like not ready to actually be with one person.
So
But
this
he,
when I ask that question, I'm asking it on the guys like this. So if Carlton told you, you know what, you are wifey material, would that hold weight more weight than somebody else saying it? And I'm not throwing him under the bus. I just know how you feel about, what I mean, when he comes on to you or whatever. Uh, because I think if certain things matter depending on who's saying it. Like
ah,
you
I see.
get taught in
Yeah.
that HR training on sexual harassment. Like, yeah, Billy can tell Martha, "Oh, you look good in that dress," but then they they're so funny because the other guy who said the exact same thing, they had him looking all big and fat and unattractive. He said the same thing to her that the other guy did, but he ended up in HR. You know what I'm saying? Facing um, the sexual harassment investigation. So I
Right.
think it matters on who is telling you that. Like somebody can tell me, Dre, you're gonna be great, and I just want to be a part of everything that you're gonna do. Like depending on who the fuck is saying that shit to me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like if it's Big Shirley, I don't want to hear that shit from Big Shirley.
Right.
Like I
Well,
don't.
I
Not
see.
to
I
not to be mean. Not
No,
to be mean, but
I see what you're saying though. I see what you're trying to say.
it don't hold no weight if it's from somebody that doesn't hold no values, or let's
Yeah.
say somebody who's not a wife type and tell me some shit about. I think you'll be a good husband. Okay, that's cool. That's just like if I posted a status and said, "Yeah, I'm looking for a wife," and then somebody, well, you said you was looking for a wife. I'm looking for a husband. That
Right.
means that we go together. Like that is not what the fuck I was saying.
Right.
And
Right.
I think sometimes people can get that shit. I told y'all before, like when on
You just
Facebook,
twist.
that shit had happened. Or it can
Yeah.
happen like that when you meeting people on dating sites. Just
Mm-hmm.
because you put up
Yeah.
on there that you looking for a wife and you looking for something, and they show up like it's me, I'm here. Like
Right.
that don't mean that I'm talking about you in particular.
Yeah.
You might be trying to force yourself in that position, and that's fine and dandy. But when the things go left, and the realization is you were not the type of person who I was talking about. Now your feelings are hurt. Like, why are your feelings hurt? And I never told you that you was the one.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I might still hold some responsibility because I should not have let you in the door, put your foot in the door a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But for me, it just goes back to who's saying it. Like,
Yeah.
motherfucker can tell me, hey, Dre, you are a great real estate agent. You know what I'm saying? But let's say that's from somebody who I ain't never did no business with.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They ain't never wanted to buy no houses or nothing. Now my client make one of my clients, Kevin, Doug, you met Kevin,
Yeah.
say that Andre went above and beyond and woo woo woo. And he is somebody that I would love to be able to call my friend. Like that kind of shook me up when I read what he put. You know what I mean? Like I it made me, I don't know. I don't want to say emotional, but it made me like it did something when I read that.
Yeah.
To know that you make a difference to people like
Mm,
that.
Yeah. He's
So it
a good
matters
guy
who say
too.
it. It matters who say something.
Yeah,
yeah.
he's
So
a
that's why
good
I was
guy too.
like, that's
Yeah.
why I was like, well,
I,
these
I
guys who said that, were they the husband types? Were they
right.
somebody who you would want to marry?
Yeah.
Uh, do they matter?
Right. And honestly, like I said, one was and the other one wasn't. But it's crazy because I've even like randomly, like it may be a guy at the store or in wherever, and I've had people even say, and this is weird because I don't know if I just give off like a marriage energy or something. Like I don't know what it is. I mean, I guess it's just more of how I carry myself. Like, and I think that actually that's a whole nother subject, but that matters a lot as well. But like it's something about the way I carry myself that I give off a marriage aura towards people because I've had men randomly like be like, you married? Or they'll be like, or they'll say this, why aren't you married?
Hmm.
Or you know what I'm saying? And I'm
Wow.
like,
Yeah.
and I did it a lot. And I'm like, why do you like you don't even know me? So you just looking at me, I just look like I'm a housewife. Like, what does a housewife look like? You know what I'm saying? Like, how do I carry myself to where you feel that way? But I've always, and let's go back to, you know, how I was raised. My mother, my grandmother, my aunties, they've always told me this. I don't care where you go, you know, you always want to look presentable because you never know who you're gonna run into. So that's just how I am. No matter where I go, like to me, I may not really have on the best fit. You know, I'm not going nowhere but to the gas station or the grocery store, but I am gonna look like something. You know what I'm saying? But it's not gonna be, you know, and I'm always respectful of my body because I know I have different parts that pop out. You know what I'm saying? I'm stuff. So I always make sure how I dress that I'm not showing too much. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm already noticeable. So I don't need to do all that. Like I don't need to be half dressed and stuff like that. I don't need that attention because my face, my body, and my aura already give off enough where people is gonna notice me. So, you know, but it's just like what does that look like to y'all? You know, what does a wife look like? Because now, like that, I just said that it just makes me wonder, like, what do guys see? Because I've always got that, like, and this have been for years. It ain't just start like this year or something. Like I've like ever since I can say that I've had my last child, and she's 8 years old. So at least about 8 years, I've been hearing like why aren't you married? Or I know you married. Like that's I know you have a husband. And I'm like, really? I mean, and this is like a quick gas station run or a grocery store or you
Hmm.
know, and I'm just like, wow, you know, that's crazy that I get that and I'm not married.
Yeah.
But I mean, and like I said, there's even been guys that I have been with and they even, you know, they
Yeah,
know
but
it.
a wife can come in different forms, though. It don't matter you big, small, short, tall, little,
No,
whatever.
well, I'm sorry.
But I
I
think
didn't I
those
didn't mean
guys that
to
was sent.
I didn't mean
To be
to
honest
body
with you,
size or nothing like that. I didn't that's not what I
yeah,
meant
okay.
that.
But to be honest with you, the guys that was telling you that, I think they were trying to tell you what they thought you wanted to hear.
Right. Okay. At that moment.
It happens like that too, though.
I mean, real quick though,
Yeah,
like even if
you
you don't
don't know.
have to get
You
the
don't know.
knowing, like you
So
know
if
that
when you meet somebody, though, I ain't gonna lie. To meet somebody, you can see somebody and be like, "Yeah, that's a wife type right there."
yeah,
But
see what I'm
some
saying.
people base that wife type shit on like
Is it
how
a
you look. Like they would crash, they would do this. They're not like really using the scale the way it should be
Yeah,
used.
where it should be.
Not
It's like
not saying that you're not. What I'm
yeah.
saying, like when I look at if I'm in the store or something and I look at somebody and I be like, that's a wife, man, right there. And then I see the ring on the finger already after I make that assumption. I'm making that assumption based on how she is carrying herself in public. You know what I'm saying? Like what she got on. Does she look like she be in the club every Saturday? Or does she look like she's seeking attention from dudes? Like when I think about when I evaluate, because I do this all day, every day, wherever I go. But most of the time when I be like, that's a wife right there, they already got the ring on their finger. And some people I don't evaluate because they could be unattractive or something like that. Like, but they could still be a wife type. You know what I mean? They still carry themselves a particular way because you got. I mean, just how you carry yourself. That's why I was like, do you think that you was raised to be a husband or raised to be a wife? I don't think that I was raised to be a husband, although I always saying that I wanted to be one. Just to be real, I was raised up in my grandmother and grandfather was married, right? So I can say that I was raised up around that.
Right.
But was it instilled into me that this is what a husband does? And you got to be doing this and you got to be doing no. A lot of that kind of shit I've learned over time watching TV, seeing in movies, experiencing life my own self. So when I say was you raised to
Mhm.
be one, it's a particular question because when you go to certain countries, some women and some girls from when they are little kids are taught to serve their husbands. They're
Right.
taught to learn how to cook to do this. So when I
Yeah.
ask that particular situation, I I'm going off of a traditional standpoint. And I don't think that most guys were raised to be a husband,
Yeah.
no matter who they grew up around, because
I can agree with that. I can agree with that.
just because, like, I think a husband, you're going to see a wife in a person, first of all. You're going to see a wife in a person before you even marry her. Like, some people, they just get married because I like this person, or I want to provide for this person. You know what I mean? But I just think, like, I know I wasn't raised to be a husband, although I've always wanted to be one. I came to the conclusion I'd be really like thinking about all kind of stuff, and I was at work thinking about this particular topic, and I was like, I just don't think that I was ever raised to be a husband. Like even though I seen it, my auntie and her husband they got together 3 months later or something like that, maybe not even 3 months. They got married. And this was when I was a little kid, and they still married today. So I'm saying that whole shit that you gotta know somebody for 5 years before. I don't subscribe to that shit. I've seen it work. I've seen people when you know, you know. Like long like my auntie don't be in the street. She was never, as far as I know. She told me some stories and stuff that like yeah, everybody was teenagers before. But it wasn't nothing wild. Maybe smoking some weed or some shit. You know what I'm saying? But like they've been married since the early '90s, probably '80s. I don't. It was a long time ago, but they still married, and they met each other. And he's like, I think she said she's seen a dream about him or his silhouette or something. Like I don't know how true any of that kind of stuff is, but I'm gonna say that they still together after all this time.
Right.
Now, was she raised to be a wife? Then it gets a little deeper in all that kind of stuff. I know she was raised up around wives from Mississippi. he was a preacher. So I mean, it was already somewhere where it was going to work. But I still did. I don't think a lot of us are raised to be husbands because just like it being a dad, like I don't even think you can know what it takes to be a dad until you become one.
Yeah, until you do it,
And
until you
even
gotta go
then,
through it.
or a parent, yeah. And even then,
I I
it's
agree
an
with that.
evolving thing.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. Everybody
Well,
always got their own judgmental things. Like you need to do this with your child. No, I need to do what I'm going to do with my child. I can't
well,
be you.
not even about what people are thinking. I'm talking about you and your own shit.
Yeah,
Like you might have what you used to what could work when your child was 5 might not work when your child is 10.
Hmm.
yeah,
You see what I'm saying? Like I might not be able to sit down and watch Dora the Explorer with my daughter at 21, but we might just do it just to go down memory lane. You see what I'm saying?
yeah,
Right.
But because your child turns 18 don't mean nothing. They still your child.
do your child.
They turn 21, they still your child. They still gonna want support from dad or mom. You can be like, my kids is grown. You can be like one of them parents, because maybe finances might not allow you to do that. But we live in a world where we can almost take control of our financial freedom if we pick uh the right wave to ride on. Because I couldn't say the right whatever I was thinking, I couldn't get it out.
The right
But
decision.
not just the right vehicle to use
Oh,
to become financially free.
yeah,
But sometimes we jump on the first thing smoking. Yep, that sounds good to me. Let me hop on that. But children are always going to be there, no matter how old they get. Just like going back to the wife and the husband thing. You might think you know what it takes to be a husband until your ass get into that arena,
yeah.
and then when you deal with that for richer or poor, in sickness and in health. Like imagine having to ride it all the way out for real when somebody is going through a sickness, whether it's mental health or any of that, and you stay there no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So the shit, it can get deep,
Yeah,
but
that's yeah.
it could just be up to perception too. Like, what is a husband in your mind? Is it somebody who's just there to pay the bills while you can go to the club and party? Or is it somebody who you in the shit to win the shit with?
And I think you're right about that. Like I think a lot of people do have their own perspective, on what they feel a husband or a wife is. Um and it definitely can get deeper than just saying like, oh, you want somebody to be there for X, Y, and Z, like you just said. It's definitely deeper than that. And believe it or not, like you said also, um, some people it might take somebody a couple years versus it might take somebody a couple months to realize that they want to marry whoever it is they want to marry. So I really don't think that um it's a amount of time that is put on there for you to realize that somebody is the one. I think it's more of a connection and um a energy, that like basically when you get around this person, it's like um your spirit knows, like Doug said, like it's more of a spiritual thing when it comes to like, is this my person? Because I mean, sometimes you may or may not know, but it may be a feeling that you get when you get around this person that you don't get when you around anybody else. um I've had a situation where it's like, somebody can finish your sentence and you like, whoa, this is deep. Like, just stuff like that. Or they may be you may be thinking it, but they say it, or, you know, like, and usually in situations like that, that's when somebody like hey, this might be the one. You know what I'm saying? Because ain't nobody ever did this type of stuff. You know, this is different. But I do think that it's all into different people and different things. Like I don't think it's just one thing where you could say like, oh well, if you do this, you're a wife, or if you do this, you're a husband. I think it's multiple things, and I think it's also based on that person. Like,
Indeed. So
so yeah, I think, and I mean, honestly, what you said make a lot of sense. Far as like, even when it comes to like you said, like having a baby, that's kind of like the same thing as having a marriage. There's things that's gonna come about that you're not gonna know until you actually get in it and go through it. Even if somebody else around you is experiencing it, you can't base what they're going off of on what you're gonna go off, what's gonna happen in your relationship or your marriage. You can't say like what you would do until you get in that situation. You can't really base somebody else's situation off.
That's what you want to grow up.
yeah, so hey y'all, we're gonna end this show now so we can save some time for later. So
Yeah, but we already been on about 2 hours now because we was on about 20 something, 30 something minutes the first time.
So that equal out. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
truth be told, we out
Truth
this
be
thing.
told, we out.
Oh.
Yeah, truth be told.